talk about using your research tools at this point. It really, even though you know what they are, sometimes things don't go exactly as you kind of hope they do. Okay, a couple of minutes experiments. Administer 2 or more treatments to equivalent groups. If you can do that, you really want to structure it well and ascertain any kind of casualty might have it. Test 2 different direct mail pitches. Show your people that they have compare 2 product concepts. Answer questions. Which one is the best? Have different concepts. I always encourage, provide an incentive for people to respond to you because it's worth the investment. It'll discuss this kind of experiment, concept test, or so on, or do what we call a conjoint analysis. The customers make structured trade-offs involving permutation of features. What if we did this instead of this? What about this instead of this? And have those kind of dialogues out there. It works really good in focus groups to get their thoughts on it and let them think about it, let them dwell on it. What about the optimal feature bundle? By the way, bundling is when you take multiple products and you put them together and sell a bundle, an entire package of this over here and discount it so people have a savings in it, or maybe you don't discount it. It just depends. What drives brand choice? It's really humorous watching right now. It's not humorous for them, though. You see the electric vehicle structure. Everybody's jumping in the aspect of trying to be the first in the market to get people to get used to buying their brand. You have some of the companies out there, they would never have thought about buying that brand ever in their lifetime, but they got an electric vehicle and it's priced in my range, boom, and all of a sudden now 80% of the people that walk in the door that buy that electric vehicle, all of a sudden now are experiencing that brand for the first time. And that brand, once you get them in your brand, the retention rate is very high. So what drives brand choice? That is a big question, because you want to be the one that 20-year-old chooses for a brand and they buy a lifetime of your product for the next 50 years. That's the best way to do it. That's why brand is a big deal. So look on descriptive surveys when you use them properly. Always know what is the problem you're trying to solve in your business, and that'll drive your research objective. What kind is it, exploratory or confirmatory that you're looking at it? Does it fall out of the decision cycle? What information already exists before you do your primary research out there, and use that to build your questions and your structure for your actual primary research on your secondary research. Is the primary research even necessary? Focus on the budget too. The money may not be there realistically. And then, well, some partial data, will this be good enough? You don't have to do research and be 100% perfect on your research, because the issue comes down to no matter what you do in your research, you're going to have some issues of implementing the findings of your research. Rules to live by, and these are good ones. There's no substitute for investment in market intelligence, none. Absent this effort, you can't say you're forward-looking if you're not paying attention to what is the market doing out over here or over here. I have this new competitor I have to pay attention to. Oh, that product is not like mine, but it might be those services. What are they doing over there? You got to ask the questions. Okay, if you need to be forward-looking, and those companies they have a lot of great success in that. Evaluate the market research investment, especially in the uncertain times. Avoid tool fetishism. Okay, find the problem. Okay, and then work on solving that problem, and then explore, confirm. Don't confuse the two different ones. Explore. Don't make an assumption. Make an intelligent opinion about it, and then research that opinion. Don't make the assumption and dive headfirst without checking everything out. Apply the tools in sequence. Can market research contribute to new products? What about Apple Computer? What about the new Coke fiasco? It just depends what you out there. The market research is a big thing. If you don't do it well, you'll have all kinds of problems. We're going to talk about some of the fiascos and some of the great successes in another segment. But with that, market research is an investment. All companies use this as a tool. Small businesses tend to ignore it too often. They go by gut instincts, but they're dragged back into the research by investors and banks, people that want something, they see potential, but not potential enough. Use the research out there. So to summarize, know what problem you research. Don't always use one tool. You got 4 major tools to use and different segments of it. Mix it up a little bit and don't go back to the same pool of focus group people unless you got something major to mix it up with. Research should be part of business work. You get behind. And data, use the pragmatic reality because it drives profit. You want to really look in the data. This is what I found. I'm doing this wrong. I need to address this a little bit differently. Use your research tools on a regular basis in the aspect of this, and we'll go through seeing how we apply them in different situations in times to come during this course. Take care.